Stand by on streaming. Stand by on Sports Grid. Stand by on Matt Frozen. Stand by for Roll Call Friday at 5. And roll call. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take.
The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. I covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
There are not many other ways I know how to fire you guys up than that intro for Roll Call Friday. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are on this great day. Dave Sharapan, the book, Matt Perrault, the Bostonian. It is a Roll Call Friday. If you are new, we'll explain it here in just 1 second. Live on Twitter, live on YouTube, replay on SiriusXM Channel 159 and Sports Grid television across the globe, literally. For that program. If you guys are new, when Dave tells you guys to write down your area code, city, and who you are, we will raid, yell you out, roll call you out about an hour or so from now, which will be somewhere around 12:30 or so.
Right.
Pacific time, 3:30 Eastern time.
Yes.
We got a guest coming up. Z's coming in here in just 1 second. But first and foremost, you had a busy day today. My goodness gracious. Did you tweet out the shout out that you got?
I did actually.
DJ Thump?
I have not tweeted that out yet. No, this morning. I woke up early. Listen, I've taken the entire thing is out of my control. 3 years ago today was the day I walked out of the hospital after the stroke. Right? Had the stroke on the 11th, walked out a changed person forever on September 15th, which is today. And same thing happened. I woke up and I was like, why am I up? Oh, I'm just supposed to be up. Phone calls to guys back east. Been on the road since, talking to people, meeting guys in the book, talking about, things we're doing with the show. And the whole time I'm off of Twitter. I posted the video of Maximus and Proximo having that discussion about winning the crowd. Win the crowd and everything will be fine. Well, we're gladiators. We got gladiators in the chat with us all over the world. I was going to say the United States. I was going to say Canada. I was going to say England, Australia. We got a couple guys in Europe apparently watching too. Thank you for being here. It's been one of those mornings, and I just got home and settled in, and I saw the videos from Sonic, Mikey Awesome. Boys, you're doing incredible work. Are you kidding me? Perrault, like this opening, I mean, Dave's Daily Picks came in the chat, said this opening is, can I say, I can say anything I want. I mean, they'll bleep it out if we're watching. He said this opening is the tits. It is. And that's mild for the rest of the stuff we're going to say today on Roll Call Friday. The boys are filing in. They've been here. Thank you for your patience. We apologize. This is the first show not at ish time because we have an understanding that football season is ish time. 10:30-ish means anywhere between 20 minutes of that. We're a little bit late today. They're filing in. First order of business. welcome all of you. But the city and the state you're watching or listening from right now, whether you're on a tractor in Nebraska, whether you're back east in rainy Western New York, I can't wait to see what JC from KC in Cleveland says the temperature is, because he knows it's Browns week, and I ain't playing around with the Browns because we're going to have a bet.
But
We'll
Monday,
discuss that on Monday.
We got Monday for that. We got Monday
I know.
for that. So
Roberto
I want
Clemente Day. It didn't make the rundown today, but it's Roberto Clemente Day across all of baseball.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to point that out. They're recognizing it all over. Hence, I am in all of the pirate gear today.
It did not make the rundown. You're right. Did not know it was that day. So thank you for pointing that out.
Yes.
I want to say a quick shout out to Tony in Memphis, who wrote us a DM last night. Who said, I love you guys on Sports Grid. Get your ass to Memphis and call me. I think I'm watching on replay, but you guys are the best. Tony, thank you. I love Memphis. I love Beale Street. I love Dry Rub Barbecue. I'm in. Memphis didn't cover for me last night, but it's okay. It's all right. You won the game at least against Navy. You didn't cover the 14 points. You probably should have lost the game. Navy didn't look good in the second half, but my gosh, what was that? Navy scored 24 points on Memphis.
That's a cause of concern for Memphis. I mean,
yes,
that's
very much so.
Navy. They were leading the game. I thought, geez, Memphis may actually lose this football game. That's great to hear from Tony. Again, on the replay, we're finding more and more people are finding us on the replay. And again, that's awesome. Keep finding us. Keep watching the show. I got a text this morning from C Math, who got one of the BVB hats a while ago. He's driving to work on his commute, listening to last night's show. People consume the show at all hours of the day and night. I had no idea.
Well, being the audiophile that I am and how nuts I am, I hadn't listened to the show for the entire show for a while, but because this town is nonstop traffic, driving to my class, UNLV, used to take me 20 minutes. It takes me 50 now. It's really, I appreciate everyone for the F1. You're doing a phenomenal job. Keep on doing what you're doing by screwing up this town. But I get to listen to the show myself. And I put it on the Discord channel. I was like, the show sounds really good. It sounds really good on audio. It sounds outstanding.
Sounds unbelievable. I've done it now too, multiple times in the car. It sounds great through the car speakers. It sounds
XM.
Great
It sounds great too.
It sounds amazing on XM. It literally sounds like we're in a studio together doing it. Again, thank you guys for helping to grow the show. We had some interesting conversations this morning, and always forward, never straight. Always forward, never straight. No matter what you're doing in life, we got guys going through some crazy stuff in their lives, positive, negative, spouses, kids, grandparents, all this stuff. Keep going, boys. Keep showing up. Keep doing the thing. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Tell one person. And thank you for consuming it at night, at day. Tell somebody about it. We really appreciate it.
Now, Zaid's in back. We're gonna get to him in just one second. He's in.
Is he
back.
wearing a Ravens thing today? I hope
he
he's not wearing a Ravens.
is. I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
good.
he's
All
wearing.
right.
Looks like he's wearing a Circus Sports shirt. Is what he looks
Oh,
like.
okay. That's fine. That's
so
good.
I think he's
Good.
okay with that. So I think you're clean with the Ravens stuff.
All right. Good.
We will get to Zaid here in just one second. I just want to talk about the Eagles game last night, and then we'll get to the UFC. And UFC Noche is what they're calling it, or Noche UFC. It's not a pay-per-view.
Noche?
It's on ESPN Plus, so I think it's pay-per-view, but I'm not sure it's pay-per-view. I think it's just on ESPN Plus, so it's a subscriber only. It's here in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. It's a title fight. It's Valentina Shevchenko, and there's no buzz in town for this fight at all. I can't even no one's talking about it. And it's very weird as to what's going on. So we'll get to that here.
There was some crazy things that happened this week that kind of took precedence over any fight. With all the.
That's true. That's why I'm wearing this. I'm wearing this for two reasons. Wearing this because Vegas needs to be Vegas strong after what's gone on here with the hacking of both Caesars and MGM, which MGM, by the way, is not over yet. They said it was over. It's not over yet. So
it ain't over.
We'll do that later. The Eagles are 2-0, but if you're an Eagles fan, do you feel good about the way your team is playing right now?
It's 2-0.
So I said 2-0.
Okay. That's I think. Listen, they ran the ball pretty damn good last night, did they not?
They did, but I think that was by design. I think that's what the Vikings wanted them to do.
The Vikings wanted them to run it constantly down their throat and continue to get first downs.
Yeah, because the Vikings lost the game the same reason why the Patriots lost the game. Unforced errors, turnovers.
It's a story as old as time in the NFL. You can't turn the ball over.
Nope.
If you turn the ball over multiple times and lose the turnover battle by 2+ or more, you're probably not going to win the game. And Justin Jefferson's fumble right at the goal line swung the whole game. I was impressed with Philly's running game and their offensive line.
Absolutely.
That was my one takeaway. The other takeaway was what the hell's going on the sideline and all that other stuff. What is the goal there?
Because I think it was by design. I think the Vikings said, go ahead and run the ball. I think the Vikings were like, we're not going to get beaten by A.J. Brown. We're not going to get beaten by Devontae Smith. We're not going to allow you guys to go over the top. And A.J. is really mad. Look, I have him on I'm playing in one high stakes fantasy league. And he was my first pick. I picked 9th overall. I took A.J. Brown. He's done nothing in 2 games. And he is big mad about it. And they've spent a lot of money on wide receivers and tight ends. And they're going to run the ball like that. I don't disparage it. It wins. It's winning football. Win, make the other team make mistakes. I'm good with it if I'm an Eagles fan. That locker room might not be.
It takes ultimately what it takes, I think, to win in sports is you have to give up yourself for the good of the team sometimes.
Wide receivers don't do that, though.
I know. This is the problem. So like on the softball team, I used to tell the girls all the time, it may not be your time this game. Just stand out in right field. If you get a ball, catch it. If you get a ground ball, throw it to the cut. Take your at-bats, and we win the game. To someone sitting on a bench, it may not be your time. But there's going to come a time. This is what I would tell A.J. Brown. We won 2 games. I would argue we could have been 1-1. We might have been 0-2 if they didn't give us the ball in so many opportunities. But it's week 2. Relax. We're going to get you the ball.
Are they?
What? At some point, somebody's going to put 8 people in the box and they're going to be unable to run. And AJ's going to have 148, 2 touches, 8 receptions, 11 targets. It's coming. No, you don't think so?
I think it is. He clearly does not think it's coming because he's very concerned about it. I mean, he was yelling at his his quarterback loud enough that the head coach had to come over. And I give Nick Sirianni credit. He's not a very good liar. He tried in the post-game press conference. He tried very hard to act like he had no idea what people were talking about, saying like, what was going on with A.J. Brown? What was going on? I don't know. Coach, you were on national TV. They had a camera shot on you. Oh, well, that stuff's private. Like, come on, man. Just say that ahead of time. Like, you got caught. It's like, y'all don't need to know about that business. That's our business internally. I was like, oh, you dropped the y'all on the guys. Okay.
Oh.
And then A.J. Brown left without talking to the media. I was like, see ya. I'm not talking. Goodbye.
I got no qualms with that. I have no qualms with that. If you're going to say something.
That's bad, right? Just walk.
Look,
fair.
You do it. Look at your arm and say, fair. You know what? I better go home.
Yeah.
I don't have anything good to say. My mom used to say it all the time. I still hear her saying it. If you have nothing good to say, David, don't say anything at all. It's what we teach our kids. I have no qualms with it. He has no obligation to talk to the media. And if he does and he got to pay a fine, pay the fine. Because I'm going to say something that's going to blow this up. And I don't want to blow this up. I don't want to blow me up. And I certainly don't want to get traded to Arizona. Right?
Well, it's a good point. If they're going to be running the ball like that, they don't need those big, expensive wide receivers. So that's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. They're 2-0. You're absolutely right. All that matters is that they're 2-0. But there are some warning signs, some red flags being waved by Philly Nation.
I see Rainmaker, Lou, in the chat, along with the rest of the crew. Boys, welcome again. We're going to get to the roll call. I see all the cities flying by.
Beautiful.
He said he already got the bag, so don't know what his issue is.
He wants to win. He wants the ball. Okay. He wants to
win. He is winning.
Yeah, but he's not winning the way he wants to win. He wants to win with him involved.
At some point, you're going to get the ball. We're 2-0. We were in the Super Bowl last year. We had a shot to win the Super Bowl. We want to get back there. We need you, AJ. We didn't need you tonight. We didn't need you in week 1, but I guarantee in week 7 or whatever it's coming, we're going to need you. Just keep doing what you're doing. No, like, is that,
no, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong at all.
does that not sell?
Not to him, it does not. No, not to a wide receiver who wants the football. No, that's not something they want to hear. They want the ball. Give me the damn ball, Terrell Owens. Give me the damn ball. That's all they care about. So I'm perfectly cool if I'm an Eagles fan saying we're going to ride the offensive line. We've already lost, one running back. We got a staple. Boston Scott got hurt last night. So let's just run the ball and use our stable of running backs and use Jalen Hurts, pick up first downs and win football games. If we don't throw the ball,
that clock. Yeah. I mean, that was old school football. Yeah. I said to somebody last night, I think I said it to Ranieri, or I said it to somebody after the show. I was talking to somebody. I said, I feel like I'm watching football in the early 80s. They're running the ball, taking a shot or two when they have to on 3rd and long or whatever, but they're running the ball. They're telling them they're running the ball.
Right.
It keeps working. 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 to run it again. 3rd and short, push them, get the first down, keep the clock moving. It's winning football.
It is, but they almost lost. More on the NFL, a lot more on the NFL. Yeah. But let's talk to our guy. He actually can give us some NFL takes too, in terms of where he might be headed coming up on this. Zaid is joining us. One Mr. Zaid Hussein on BVB. What is up, Big Z? How are you? Welcome back to BVB.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today?
We're great, sir. How are you? You look awesome. Fresh off the trip. How was the trip before we get into the business? How was the trip?
It was beautiful. We went to Spain for about a week and a half, and then we went to Morocco and Marrakesh. Believe it or not, we left 1 week before the earthquake, which is some scary stuff. Huge earthquake hit Morocco, which was like we were literally right where it hit. So it could have been bad for us, but it's really unfortunate. Prayers out to everyone in Morocco. If anyone in the chat's here, a lot of unfortunate stuff going on over there, sadly.
Well, Z, there's a lot of unfortunate stuff going on here in Vegas, and there's a big fight card tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me. It's on ESPN Plus. Is it a pay-per-view or just a subscription deal tomorrow night here in Vegas for this fight card?
Yeah, so it's Mexican Independence Day. It's a subscription ESPN Plus free title fight that they're doing. Very, very big card for a fight night, as they would say. They're doing
huge, right? Have they ever done a fight night card with a title shot at the top?
Yeah, this is last time I would say is probably like the Fox deal, like back in the day where they had like Dominic Cruz fighting back then for the title. But amazing fight card. If you're in Vegas, like you could get tickets dirt cheap right now, like $300-400 for like floor seats. So like if I was in Vegas right now, I'd be at the fight tomorrow.
Yeah. There's no buzz. I just told Dave. It's like you. Yeah. I literally yesterday on the show I was like, wait. Is it a fight night or pay-per-view? Well, it's not a pay-per-view, but it's on ESPN Plus. But wait a minute, it's Shevchenko. Valentina is fighting, and it's not a pay-per-view. It's $9 a month, and you can go ahead and watch this fight. It's going to be, I mean, in the fight community, it's a big card. We'll get to the title fight here in a second, but overall, top to bottom, how's the card?
The card, honestly, there's a lot of good fights. My biggest fight that I look forward to seeing and have my eyes on is Jazz the Vicious against Tracy Cortez, which is a big fight. Priced at about even. I think you could get Jasmine right now like plus 100. And she's someone that I've been very, very high on. She looked very good against Miranda Maverick. Her only loss was against Natalie Silva, who's on literally a 10-fight win streak. So she's faced tough competition. She's done well. And Cortez is someone I'm not really high on. I think this line should obviously be flip-flopped the other way. I would price Jasmine around minus 150. You could get her at plus 100 right now. So that's something that stuck out to me on the card as one of my biggest bets.
It's moving right now, Z. I mean, the guys in the rooms are watching the show, and they just heard what you said, and they actually moved it. Cortez at DraftKings just went to 125, so you can get plus 105 is the best price, it looks like, in the market on, how do you say her last name?
Just say
Jazz the Vicious. Man, I could have messed that up. Thank goodness you're here, Z. I'm going to let you two get deeper into the card as far as because you're both fight guys and you love this stuff. But the main event, Grasso and Shevchenko.
Shevchenko. Just call her Valentina.
Yeah. All right. Title fight. It's minus 170, plus 150, as high as minus 180, plus 160 in a couple places. Listen, I don't want to put any pressure on you. Last time you came on, you hit us with a banger, and the chat went nuts. Everybody bet a fight that they didn't even know about, and it was a good win. Anything with the title fight that you're looking at, either total or side?
Yeah, I'm on the side here of Valentina Shevchenko. I think she comes back here. You guys got to remember, this is a rematch. The first fight, Shevchenko, I think, closed around minus 800, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah, it's one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport.
Yeah, and Shevchenko was winning that fight, 2-1, 3-1, I think, into the fourth round. And she threw a spinning back kick. She kind of slipped on a banana peel, got caught, and ended up getting choked out. But that's a fight where she was dominating with her wrestling and being able to take it to the ground, which was basically, her pet's victory here in this fight again. I think this is a market overreaction here on the Grasso side. I think it should be around minus 250 to minus 300 range for Shevchenko. And you could get her at minus 175 right now. I think it's a real bargain.
Okay. First, you gave me a Dana White Contender Series ticket that I cashed earlier in the week. So I appreciate you throwing that at me because I never would have bet that fight, and I jumped in on it heavy, and I appreciate you. So that was awesome. Thank you for that little tip. I hadn't seen you since you gave that tip. The way that fight went in the first time with Grasso and Shevchenko has got me at least pondering the over 4.5 rounds. That fight was going to the cards. And then, like you mentioned, Grasso, who's got a very sneaky ground game, got a hold of the neck, spun down, and choked out Valentina. She did not. I thought she tapped kind of quick, but she's not normally in that position with somebody on her back with her neck being exposed. So she tapped Grasso with a huge upset. Does the fight go to the cards, or can Valentina stop Grasso? Because I think you're right. I think Bullet wins this, but how and when is my question.
I think this is a decision type of fight. I don't think she stands and wins with her. I mean, we saw in the first fight, Grasso had success in the first round on the feet, and it's not like her boxing is not that bad. But Shevchenko knows where her pet's victory is in this fight, and that's the wrestling. And she has great headlock. She has great shots. She sets her stuff up really well. I think she plays it safe here. And it's more of like, we saw Amanda Nunes against Juliana Pena. She got finished the first time out. She came back in the rematch and she looked dominant. And I think that's kind of what we're going to see in this fight, but it's going to be on the wrestling side. She doesn't stand and bang with her here. I think she wins a kind of a boring decision, to be honest with you guys. I think she lays on her for about 3 to 4 rounds and just banks those rounds in.
That's what it was against Joanna. When that fight happened and everybody was like, "Oh my God, here we go with it." With you have Jacek fight. It's like it's gonna be such it's gonna be such a great fight. It was 5 rounds. It was boring. It wasn't a great fight. It was an okay fight, and then it was won by Valentina just by outpointing her. So I'm with you. I think the fight to go the distance. I think over 4.5 rounds. I think Shevchenko by decision. I think all those things are live. Where are you on the debate about Shevchenko being the best of all time? Because by my count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is her 10th consecutive title fight. Like, this is ridiculous. Every time she's fighting, she's going for a belt.
Yeah, I mean, greatest of all time she's right up there. But I mean, when you look at what Amanda Nunes has done, and I know she's retired now, but Amanda Nunes beating her multiple times, yes. And then just her dominant performances after dominant performance, and then comes back and beats Juliana Pena. She's the greatest of all time right now for me. And I think it's exciting though to see like women's MMA just evolving. There's more and more up and coming killers, like Erin Blanchfield's coming up. She had a great fight against Talia Santos. All these fighters are just improving and evolving, and the sport's getting huge.
I got a question from the chat.
Okay.
They're looking at the co-main, Kevin Holland and Jack Della Maddalena. Maddalena?
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. John Dabalina. That was part of a rap song. Mr. John Dabalina. Mr. John Dabalina. Anyhow, it's minus 150. And the boys in the chat see it moving down, minus 145, 2.5 with the under heavily juiced. What is your thoughts about that fight, Z?
Yeah, so that's a big fight. And it's a fight that's being overlooked. And like you guys mentioned, this whole card just being slept on. For me, Kevin Holland is the side in this fight. And, you have to take the dog here at this price at a plus 130, plus 125, because to me, this at worst should be a pick 'em minus 110 both sides. I think Jack Della Maddalena is criminally overrated, honestly. Ooh. You saw his last fight against Basilio Hafez, who took the fight on literally a week notice, came out and arguably won the fight. Jack Della booked the split decision win, which is very, very questionable. When you look at Kevin Holland's past, he hasn't really been outstruck on the feet by a lot of guys. The only person that's been able to outstrike him is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who's the best kickboxer in the UFC. So it's like, when you look at Kevin Holland, his durability and his ability, he's going to have the reach here. He's bigger. I just think overall you have to go with Kevin Holland, who's more experienced as well in the cage now. At plus 130, if you're going to bet this fight, you have to take the underdog here.
I like your play a lot. I watched his fight against Chiesa, and that Darce choke that he pulled on him was kind of like, wait, wow, that was fast. Now, is that because Michael Chiesa is on the way out, and that was sort of just his swan song? Or is it that Holland really is a guy that after his loss, he had back-to-back losses to Hasman and then to Thompson, but he seemingly has turned things around? Could it go inside the distance? Do you think the fight goes to the cards, or Holland by decision, or Holland either by knockout or submission?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, both fighters are very durable, to be honest with you. Holland could take a punch, Jack Della could take a punch. But overall, when you look at Holland's past schedule, don't let that fool you of those 2 losses. Like he fought Chimaev. I mean, you guys remember that whole mix-up where they had to shuffle 3 fights around. Like, it was crazy. And then he fights Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who he doesn't wrestle. He stands and strikes with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, which is the worst possible thing you could do. Now, overall, I think he's being overlooked in this spot. I think he is the side. And at plus 130, you have to take him. But, I mean, I wouldn't mess with, like, the over-under here because both fighters are very durable. If anything, I think it's Holland by decision.
All right, pivot. We got to pivot. They want to hear about the football Friday. It's football Friday, et cetera, et cetera. I wrote it down here. There were 140 entries in the circuit contest that went 5-0. There were 916 entries that went 4-1. We might know a guy or two that had a pretty good week in the football, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I don't want to put the Maloik on it because I believe in the Maloik and the power. So I'm not putting the eyes on you. But what games are you looking at, Z, for the NFL on Sunday? And please don't tell me one of them is the Bears.
Ooh.
No, absolutely not. And
thank God.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you see why I came on with the Ravens jersey last time. I mean, my Bears is just, I watch them play every week and I don't know what to do anymore. It's just, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. So I'm on the Chargers, honestly, for one of my best bets. I think at -3, this is a team that obviously they always have a problem defending, but they have no problem scoring offensively. And the Titans are going to be behind here. Can the Titans really keep up and score 30 points to, match the Chargers? I don't see it because they didn't look that great last week. And that's one of my best picks. Another thing I'm looking at, Ravens plus 3.5.
Okay.
The Ravens this year, I want to read a stat that I saw on Twitter, which regular season underdog, Lamar Jackson, 10-0-1 lifetime. Regular season dog.
Wow.
10-0-1. That's a stat I saw on Twitter. I just want to confirm if somebody could
worry about the Dobbins injury. Like that doesn't that hurts them a little bit. No.
Yeah, I mean, you got Justice Hill, you got Gus Edwards, you got. Every year Dobbins is down after week 1, week 2. It's like
right.
Sad to say, but
that's just been the case. Yes.
Yeah,
and also Lamar's their best running back anyway. So I mean, as long as Lamar is healthy, it just moved down to 3.5 actually. So we just saw someone come in by that to get that off of the 3.5. So we're back to 3 at FanDuel at least for the Ravens and the Bengals. What do you make of the Jaguars being home dogs to the Chiefs, catching 3.5? Yes, here comes Kelsey. Yes, here comes Chris Jones. But can Jacksonville make a statement here?
I don't think so. I think, the Colts were on their way to doing something special before Anthony Richardson went down. And I saw a lot of sharp money early in the week come in on KC after, Kelsey was announced that he's probably going to play. And I think they just confirmed it about 30 minutes ago. Kelsey and Jones are both playing. Yeah. I'm on the KC side as well. I think this is a nice bounce back spot for them. They should have won last week if Kadarius Toney didn't drop like 3-4 balls. I think this is a great bounce back spot for them. And I'm on KC here. Kelsey coming back. You have to ride KC here in a bounce back spot.
San Francisco's playing the Rams. The line's 7.5. It was 8. Little money on the Rams, but is this too easy? I mean, everybody's using it in the Survivor. If you're going to use San Francisco, it's not a bad time to use them. But if you want to save them, we'll find a couple other games. But this San Francisco. Perrault said it earlier in the week. He's right. San Francisco owns the Rams. I mean, is this something you're even interested in, or is this a number that makes you pause and go, I'll find another game?
You hit it on the head at the end. It's more of like a number where it's like, I'll find another game because the Rams didn't look that bad last week. Like they were a solid squad. And I know the Niners look great and Brock Purdy actually played great as well. But I mean, the Steelers were just awful week 1. I'm sorry. You guys were like my Bears week 1. It was just
terrible. You're right. You're right. They were terrible.
They were terrible. All right, Z,
yeah.
before I let you go, give us one play for the UFC you like the best and one play for Sunday in the NFL you like the best.
So we're going to go Jasmine Jasdavicius plus 100, plus 105, shop around. And then we have to go with the Chargers as my best bet for this week in the NFL. Too many points. Titans won't keep up.
Good stuff, my friend. Thank you for coming on. We
See you,
appreciate you. We'll see you soon, all right?
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Z joining us here, Zaid Hussein on BVB. Good to get him on the program. Hold on, let me get everything situated and straight away. And away we go. And away we go. Good to get him on the program. That was fun. Look, I mean, it's crazy. He's right. You can go to that fight card I'm guessing by the time Saturday night rolls around, you probably can get in prices. Might be like $25-$30. I mean, it's crazy. I think so. Yeah. I mean, no one. If you had told me there's a UFC card in Vegas this week, I would have gone, what? The only reason why I know is because Annick's in town, and I saw Megan O'Leary put up a bunch of stuff on social media. The only reason why I know there's just nothing. Now, it's not geared towards you and me. Okay.
Right.
They have done a ton of marketing in Mexico and a ton of marketing in the Latino community here in Vegas for Mexican Independence Weekend. Remember, this is a little bit of a step on your you-know-what by Dana White, because this is boxing. Boxing didn't book this weekend. This is always a Canelo fight. He's fighting in 2 weeks.
You're right.
This is always Canelo Alvarez's weekend here in Las Vegas. You start the NFL season, and then you have Mexican Independent Weekend, and Canelo fights here. He's not. So Dana White said, fine, you're not going to do it. We're going to take it, and we're going to put the Mexican champion on display here at T-Mobile Arena. So
I just got an alert, by the way.
Oh,
the doctor is in.
We got it?
I got the doctor parlay. We'll get to it in college.
It's on the rundown.
So that's perfect. We will have the doctor rundown in the that will replay on the YouTube and on the Sports Grid replay and all that other stuff. Nikki the Blade is watching right now from Connecticut. Nikki the Blade is a legend that I worked with.
Yeah.
Very sharp guy. His stories. Oh, he's going to have his own chapter in the book. Wait, Nikki, I can't wait to see you.
Why is he the Blade, though?
What do you mean? He's sharp. He can cut you like a knife. What are you talking about? Nikki the Blade.
I was afraid of that.
That's what it does. Plus, he got title shots all the time, too. So
good for him.
Nikki could cut you up like a Ginsu. You know what I'm saying? But
Ginsu,
he's watching.
Very nice.
He said, no big moves. The prices are good. The doctor's parlay is in for the people that want the doctor's parlay.
Well, it's a round robin, right? Not a parlay, right?
Round robin parlay. You can play it just as a parlay. I recommend playing the game straight, and you can partake in some first half and things like that.
3 out of 4, 2 weeks in a row. Oh, no, 2 out of 4 last week. Sorry. 3 out of 4, then 2 out of 4. So he's 1 for 1, but he's profitable still. So we'll get the doctor parlay going. All right. A couple quick baseball stories, and we'll go back to football. Rays beat the Orioles yesterday. They're now 1 game back. We got 15 or 16 games left, Dave. like this is a really big game today. If you want to watch a baseball game, this is a really big game.
Yeah, we'll be watching it. I'll be watching it while we're doing in-game live later today.
You can get more of me, Dave. If you guys have Sports Grid or can go find it, Dave and I will be on from 8 to 10 Eastern time tonight.
5 to 7. We get to do the show. You can wear a collared shirt. Just wear a collared shirt. You don't have to wear a coat. See if anybody's watching. What would happen? Everybody does it.
I've been told to my face I cannot do that. So it would be Dave Sharapan insubordination level stuff if I'm doing that. So don't think it would be a wise move for me to.
Are you going to go with the baby blue one again?
No, I always rotate.
All right.
That
was a big hit though last time.
No, it was, yeah. But Carolina, they won, didn't cover. They beat out.
Oh,
State.
so they're out.
So I'll wear something else now. So I was wearing the Carolina blue. So
this game, let me hit refresh, get the current line. Wow, Tampa is minus 130.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Flaherty. I like Tampa.
Right, and then we're tied. And then
we have a big game Saturday and Sunday. Tampa could leave Baltimore
with the lead
in first place. And I believe, is this the last time these two teams play?
Has to be. Well, look, I mean, it would be stunning if it's not. It's got to be. We're running out of games. We're legitimately running out of games.
JC from KC said, throw my Rays to miss the playoffs ticket in the burner.
Pretty much.
Right in the can, JC from KC. Just exactly where
Hey,
your Browns are gonna be on
big business
Monday.
threw his own team into the garbage can, and he may want to go get that because they've won 6 in a row. Texas is red hot. They're a half a game back at Houston. They could win the division still.
Ain't that funny how, like, you put them away, everything's bad. Maxey goes down with the tricep injury, whatever. He's done. It's just pack it up, and then they go and win 6 games in a row. And they got Gray tonight pitching against Giolito, how he got traded from the White Sox to the Angels was one thing. Then the Angels said, you know what, we messed up. Put everybody on waivers, see who claims them. Not thinking anybody will. Well, let's send them to Cleveland and let them play out the stretch.
6 guys all go to Cleveland.
It's only minus 115 today. Texas is a 6-game winning streak, hitting the chiznit out of the ball, and it's minus 150, it's minus 120 at one place. It's going up. I think you can bet Texas safely today and feel comfortable with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
7 in a row. Bet the streak.
Yep.
How about the National League wild card? The Giants have 71 losses, and 3 other teams have 72 losses. This is crazy. We got 15 games left. This is a legitimate sprint from here to October 1st to see who winds up going to the playoffs. Playoffs start now, essentially, for a lot of these teams.
It's started actually the beginning of this week, and we've reached Friday. Again, there's some great baseball games on deck tonight, all weekend, with series between, like the Cubs are playing Arizona. A 3-game sweep may eliminate the other team.
Right.
In that, right? If the way things break, you may be down 3 or 4 games with 12 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff's getting real. Where are the Marlins tonight? The Marlins have to play the Braves.
Yeah, not good.
Not good, right? But the move came on Johnny Cueto somehow and the Marlins today against Elder. Good luck with that.
Because Miami's really good at home. And the Braves just wrapped up the East, so they don't care. So it's one team is playing playoff baseball, another team is playing because they have to.
Last night was clinch night. Yeah,
it's over. They clinched it. Two nights ago was clinch night.
Okay,
East is done.
Is this the first game they played since the clinch?
Second game since
they played yesterday.
Mm-hmm. They played yesterday.
You always fade them the day after they clinch. That's always been one of those old school things.
Party game.
I don't know. Miami better win 1 game this weekend. I'd be
Agreed.
surprised if they win 2, but they better win 1. They don't need a 3-game sweep. Right now it's Phillies, Cubs, and then they're all 3 tied, and Marlins are a half a game back. You got to be kidding me. This is incredible.
Right. Yeah, it's all. They're all
baseball's
right there.
Alive.
Definitely. No, this is the fun time. This is when you start really breaking down who's playing what schedule and who has the more difficult schedule, because the Braves, Dodgers, and Milwaukee are pretty much, those are 3 teams who are in the playoffs. The Phillies put them in as well. They're up by 4 games on the Cubs. They're in. Right. They have 76 losses. Unless they catastrophically fall apart, Phillies in the playoffs. Cubs are safe, but not guaranteed. And then it's just a damn free-for-all. Giants, Diamondbacks, Reds, Marlins. 1 loss between the 4 of those teams.
Yeah. Wow, Kirby's pitching today against the Dodgers at home.
Yep.
And their dogs. What the hell's going on there? What am I missing? I don't know. Against Miller, Kirby, Mariners and under. That's the way that looks to me. Atlanta's 9-1 versus Miami this year. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Santana. Just look down at the chat.
They are. No. There's no debate in that. It's just, I just wonder, do they not care? Is it just like, play the kids? Don't worry about it. We don't need to freak out. No need to do anything too aggressive. We just play what we got to play and, be all good with it and roll.
How do you tell the pitcher like that?
No, you don't. No, you don't. But it's just, we're going to play certain people in certain positions that just, we're not going to push Matt Olson. We're not going to push Albies. We're not going to push, if we can give them breaks, we're going to rotate the rest. We're not going to play them, really make them, go hard all the way to the end. We don't want an injury. Keep them sharp, but don't wear them out.
I'm excited to watch the Yankees play the Pirates today.
Why?
Garrett Cole's return to Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. First start? That's not his first start since, though.
As a Yankee.
It is? It's his first start?
in Pittsburgh. They only played last year was the first time they played in that since I think like the 1960 World Series.
Wow.
It's been a long time since the
What's the
Pirates played.
reception?
I don't know. It might not be very good for him, but
It shouldn't be.
I don't know how many people are going to be there. We'll see. I mean, we were offered tickets.
It's a Friday night.
I said I'd love to come back and go. It was only going to cost me a couple $1,000 to fly back, get a hotel. Me and you go back. We could check out the Rivers studio.
Oh.
We were offered the tickets right behind home plate. I said, "Oh, I'd love to, but we got stuff to do." You know what I mean? We got Brigade Proxy service business. We got other calls to make. I was like, I would love to come see.
Jessica was mad enough yesterday. Telling her we're going to Pittsburgh for a baseball game.
My favorite thing about today
would be catastrophic.
Flowers yesterday
would be catastrophic if we won.
Me and Matt are going to go to Pittsburgh. We're going to go to the Pirate game against the Yankees on Sunday, and the Steeler game against the Browns on Monday, and we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yeah,
that was the proposal, you know.
Oh, I would have loved it. Would have been a ball.
We're going to do the show.
Oh, that would have been fun.
From the casino on Monday night. I had it. It was all lined up, and then
life happened. Life happened.
All
right, it happened. Coach Prime responded. Happened during the show yesterday, but Coach Prime went even as far as not only did say that now they went and made it personal. Coach Prime then gave the entire team sunglasses to wear during the final walkthrough yesterday. Taped the whole thing, put it on social media.
Yep.
McAfee is doing his show outside with The Rock and Coach Prime, and I'm not kidding you. I think there's 10,000 kids outside that studio, the game day set in Colorado. They are big excited for this game. 24. Buffaloes cover it.
At what point does it stop? Like, at what point? I say it all the time. Like, where do we find the top?
28.
I mean, I'm going to have to send the doctor a text. I'm going to have to send Butchie to the bookie a text. I'm going to have to reach out to the boys because I cannot believe that we're sitting. Let me hit refresh because I want to make sure before I say we're at 24. Everybody's at 24. Where is the game? What time does the game start, Perrault?
I think it's an afternoon game.
There it is, all the way at the bottom. No, 7:00 p.m.
Okay, night game.
Pacific.
Afternoon game for us.
No, 7:00 p.m. Pacific.
Oh gosh, really?
Night game. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. They are going to hang 40 or 50 on them.
Well, it's 23.5. There's no more 24s except one place now. And that place is DraftKings as of right now that I see. You see the FanDuel line.
23.5.
Okay. 62.5. I thought 24 was the top. I still think 24 is the top.
Okay.
Are they going to cover?
I don't think so. But
neighbor Patrick bought me these glasses. What do you think of these? The kids hate them. I love them.
They look like blue blocker glasses.
Blue blocker? What does that mean?
You don't know what a blue blocker glass is? Really? You didn't watch late night TV on ESPN when the blue blocker ads were coming up for the glasses? For the sunglasses?
Wait a second. You mean them old people glasses?
Yeah.
These are Rockaware. These look like old people glasses?
Those look like something that Ace Rothstein would have worn in Casino.
Oh, like you can't see?
No, well that too, but like that's what those look. Those look like 1975 blue blocker Casino specials. Yes.
Do they really?
Lefty Rosenthal specials.
All right, I'll put on the other ones then. We'll put on the Tyreek Hill model.
Oh, right. Well, that's a little more modern. Yeah. That's now you look like a baseball player. Can you believe that Colorado is now the most expensive get-in price in football?
Is that real?
It's real. It's the most expensive get-in price in football, more than USC is right now. $517
USC's in LA. Colorado's in Boulder.
$517 average ticket price in the secondary market.
If you're a kid in college, are you selling your ticket?
100%. Same thing I did when UMass made the Final Four.
You sold it?
Hell yeah, I did. I told this story on the air before. I walked out and a guy from Foxwoods bought it. I had 2 tickets, Final Four game. Guy from Foxwoods handed me 2 dimes. Threw a party in my dorm room with it.
2 dimes to a college kid? Oh, you were living right there.
I spent about, I don't know what the hell I spent on it. I spent about $800 in the first 3 hours that I had it. Burned a hole in right through my hand. Burned right through. I threw a massive party over it. It was awesome. I walked out. He goes, unless you have $2,000, get away from me. Guy walked up and went, dun, dun, dun. Thank you very much. We're good.
Wow.
I had good seats. I got good seats behind the basket. I had good seats.
Well, see, this is a no-brainer. It's Colorado State. I think you sell them. We're 23-point favorites.
I don't care who it is. I'm selling it anyway. I don't care. I'll watch the game.
No, if it's if
USC, here you go.
Oh,
I'm paying.
They beat Oregon next week. It's 4-0.
Yeah, no. I mean, I saw
playing USC.
I saw Marcus Camby play up against Tim Duncan when UMass was number 1 and Wake Forest was number 2. I sat at midcourt. I waited the entire day. I drank an entire bottle of Southern Comfort. I still can't drink it to this day. I threw up for hours after the game. Whole bottle of Southern Comfort. Still can't drink it to this day. The smell of it to this day still makes me want to throw up.
Oh, good.
It's awful. It's been gone. I was 18 and I'm 46 and I've never drank it since. But I would have sold those tickets if somebody offered me the right amount of money. 100%. It's one of my best memories in college. It was heckling Tim Duncan for 2 hours. Camby ate his lunch. It was great.
Hold on. Drunk ass Perrault all over Tim Duncan, who's a nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
He had to be so annoyed with you.
I wasn't the only one.
5 minutes.
The Mullen Center was that was a really hard place to play. UMass went I think it was 7 or 8 years without losing a game there. Like when UMass was good, you didn't come into Amherst and beat UMass.
Oh, so there was a bunch of you just.
Oh, more than a bunch. There were thousands of us doing that. It was insane.
Oh,
because my year, 96, was the Final Four year. It was Calipari's last year, but afterwards, Bruiser Flint got it, and we still kind of kept it going for a couple of years afterwards, till 99, when I graduated, everything was bad when I left. But from 90 until 96, UMass won every single regular season and conference tournament title in the Atlantic 10. So my whole high school year,
at Penn State while they were doing that,
we were hanging banners every single year. So every kid in high school every kid like me who wanted to go to a school that had a great college program or whatever, we were all going to UMass. It was let's go watch this basketball program. And it turned into just this epic thing. Now that's when the boosters showed up and the gold chains and the money. And then I got on campus and every player was driving a brand new Jeep Cherokee. And I was like, oh, that's how this works. Okay. They had their own building in campus, their own floors on campus. The basketball team owned UMass. It was amazing to watch.
Right.
It was very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, I was at Penn State 90, 91, 92 until we moved to the Big Ten, and I got to see those UMass teams come in there and just kick Penn State's ass. It was impressive to watch, but
we killed everybody.
Yeah. Can't imagine how annoying you and all those other assholes were. It had to be just brutal.
Because we hated Temple. So that was our big. Everybody did. We hated Temple. Hated John Chaney. We hated that whole rivalry. It was awesome. Whenever I wasn't there, but I was working the night that John Chaney threatened to kill John Calipari.
Oh, nice. I remember that.
So
kids Google that. That was actually pretty entertaining.
So I remember that, I wasn't at the school, but I remember working, covering, going what the hell just happened? And watching ESPN that night going what the hell just happened? And that really put that rivalry on the map. So those teams really got after it and hated each other. It's so true that your Colorado's next year, watch the bounce that Colorado gets from enrollment because of Deion Sanders. Every kid in Colorado is going to want to go, if they can, to Boulder.
Man, oh man.
UMass did the same thing. UMass enrollment jumped up by 50 and 60% when UMass basketball got good.
So, you said in the rundown, this accomplished what he wanted to accomplish, right? He got the talk.
Well, Jay Norvell got the attention he was trying to get. Deion wasn't looking for it. Deion already has it. Jay Norvell wanted the attention. He got it.
I mean,
the post-game handshake the offshores are already putting up lines and bets on what the post-game handshake will look like.
It's going to be, if it's a blowout, it's going to be pretty humbling. If it's competitive, it'll be solid. I don't think there's any chance Colorado State wins this game. Do you?
It's college football. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably get killed, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of hype. That balloon is full right now. Someone needs to pull the pin out. We'll see what happens if it gets popped. But right now, it's damn big. As I said, 60 Minutes is going back to do a follow-up on Coach Prime.
Are they really?
Yes, they're going there to this weekend. You have Fox with their big noon kickoff.
Yep.
ESPN, College Game Day.
Yep.
60 Minutes is there. The entire college football world is watching this game.
Well, everybody that's in the chat right now, put Colorado minus 23.5. Cover, no cover. Put Colorado or Colorado State right now. There's a big group of people in here watching this. I think it's worth taking a shot on the dog, but what do I know? I think you're right. I would take if I'm putting it in the chat right now, which again, you guys can do it right now. CSU plus, COL minus. I'm taking CSU plus.
Yeah, if I'm betting this game, I'm taking the dog. I'm not laying it with Colorado.
I can't.
No, I mean, just not even close.
Wow, Colorado, Buffalo.
No one's going to take the Rams.
Colorado, cover. J. Dalbett said no cover. Colorado. Wow. Chat's flowing. All Buffalo. JC from KC, I think they cover. Wow. This might be a big decision in the books too, Perrault.
Oh, there's no debating. This is going to be I think it's on Saturday.
Well, now that I realize it's a 7:00 start.
All going to roll into it.
This is going to be on the bottom of a lot of daily parlays. This is going to be a lot of people will throw this money line on if they can find a money line. We stopped doing the money lines at 17, but there's books that will have a money line on this. They'll be in there. Just throw it in there.
It's minus 2,300 at FanDuel.
Just save yourself the aggravation. Don't put it in the parlay. I mean, unless you really need the action. Why would you do it?
What do you mean? Because you think it's a shot that they won't?
It doesn't add any value. I mean, it adds pennies to the payout. It's not worth putting it on there. It's not. But people do it all the time. I mean, the chalk parlays are popular. They like to throw in the teams that can't lose. And then at one time they lose and you sweep it all. It's not worth it to me. But
all right, so you could do a 7-leg money line chalk parlay.
What are you doing right now?
Of Colorado,
okay,
Oregon,
yeah,
Texas,
okay,
Cincinnati, Washington,
yeah,
Tulane, and Duke. And you're still laying juice.
That's what I mean. What do you need 7 games for aggravation and you're still laying the juice? Just watch the games.
So that is a minus 2,300, minus 10,000, minus 4,500, minus 630, minus 880, minus 500, minus 1,200, 7-leg money line parlay.
Why in the hell would you do that unless you're doing it really for fun, just to say you did it?
It's
what the hell is that? What are you laying in that?
Minus 124. 7 legs of minus 630 all the way up to minus 10,000, and you're going to lay minus 124.
You got some major couillons if you want to do that. I mean, seriously,
juice.
I don't get it. We just got a huge influx of people. Pat must have just ended the show. I don't know what happened, but my goodness, this is the 12:15 influx. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live chat.
Away from Roll Call Friday.
Roll Call Fridays in 15 minutes. We're gonna have you do the area code where you're watching the show from in 10. Don't do it now because I can't go back and see it. We're asking questions and covering and all that other stuff. So
also
10 minutes, somebody remind me to say, put your area codes in the chat.
12. Also, you guys, there's a couple of you who have already fired off super chats. You guys can do that as well. If you're in the live chat, you can go hit the button on the bottom right-hand side, super chat us for whatever topic, game, or question you may have. We'll do it in bonus time after we let go of SiriusXM and Sports Grid TV, which will be in about 45 minutes. So if you do want to have a super chat, go ahead and do it now. We'll get to it a little bit later on in the program.
Can you tell the people how to subscribe? I get these questions every day. Like, how do I subscribe to your channel? Just go to YouTube, search the @ symbol, Boston versus the book. Our channel comes up. there's a button that says subscribe.
Yep,
Just
and then hit the
click
bell.
it
And hit the bell, because then
and
it'll notify you when we're live.
Right, but then you're subscribed, and we thank you for subscribing. Apparently, we continue to grow the subscriptions, and then other opportunities open up, like the super chat, like the moderators. We got a few moderators now. I mean, that's how you do. It's that simple. You don't have to do anything else. And then every time we do a show or post something, you'll get it notified. So it's worth it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our channel.
Right. It's all Bear, Chris Felica, put this out. Iowa State has had 26 games with a spread between -4 and +4 under Matt Campbell. The Cyclones are 6-20 straight up in those games, with losses in each of the last 7 and 10 of the last 11. Iowa State is laying 3 points at Ohio this coming weekend.
How are they laying points on the road?
Bobcats.
That's
our friend Dan Bach is very interested in this game.
Well, hello, Dan Bach. And
he's a big Bobcat. Ohio grad. Yeah, him and Doug Franz in Phoenix.
They both went to the University of Ohio.
That's how they met. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Dear friend of the show that hopefully is going to have time for us on Monday. I call him the tennis pro, Keith. He's from Ohio.
Nice.
And knows that the Halloween party weekend at the University of Ohio is the best in the country.
That's what they tell me. That's Doug and Dan's claim to fame.
Yes, it is.
Nothing tops our Halloween weekend. I'm like, yeah, but you're in Athens, Ohio.
Whoa. Ohio's a big state. Stop.
Oh, Feinbaum did a me yesterday. I was in love. Feinbaum took apart the state of Ohio. I was rolling. Worse than I ever did with Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome. He was like, who the hell ever goes to Ohio? Why would you vacation there? What's the fun? Go to Akron and watch them make tires? I was like, whoa. I was like, you're stealing my bit. This is great. Like, go Feinbaum.
I mean, we know a lot of people are watching the show. Paul, if you're watching the show, thank you very much. Hit
That'd be
the like
phenomenal
button,
if you
subscribe button.
I doubt Feinbaum.
We could get Feinbaum on the show. That would be awesome.
It'd be awesome. But given the fact that you can't tell what a line is, I don't think Feinbaum.
Well, we can help explain it to him. That would be all right. If he has a question, he can ask us. We'll do it in BVB bonus time. I want to say hello to Sherry Chamberlain. Sherry's in the chat with us right now. Hello, Sherry. She subscribed.
Good.
She gave us a heart in the chat. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that. That's very nice of her. So would you bet Ohio take the dog here? Given that
I would not take Iowa State. It's dog or nothing.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
What's the total in that game, Perrault? 42.
It's low. It's like this game, 42. Better play. You want to lay 28 with Iowa or the team total under 6.5 for Western Michigan?
Do I have to say one or the other? I like the game under 42.
Okay.
The game under 42. I think that's best.
What if there's a route?
Hold on. This is great. I'm getting a phone call during the show. Listen.
I hear it. What are we doing?
Hello, Joe Frieso.
Oh no.
What's up?
Hi, we're actually doing the BVB right now. I just wanted to say hello. Matt Perrault is on the line. We have a few hundred people live in the chat right now watching. I just wanted to say hello. Can I call you after the show, sir?
Yes, you can. No problem.
Okay. Are you working on the graphics for our appearances later tonight?
I am not.
Get on it, Joe. I'll talk to you later.
No problem.
Thanks, brother. Love you. See you. Bye.
That kid's a producer at Sports Grid. What are you doing making his life a living hell like that? That's not nice. That poor kid.
Joe, what's on the show?
Just got on the show.
Joe designed I call it the freeze, a bucket hat BVB. I just have to get the
Chef Benny special type.
Right. Yes, similar. Chef B did it too. Yes. Okay. We'll get to that. This total, the game total under, is my favorite bet because you might get 7 out of Western Mich.
Yes.
Which is that number. That's a hard number. You might get 2 field goals, which keep you under. You could pitch a shutout, which would be great. But I don't want to lay 28 with Iowa because they may only score 24.
If Iowa scores 24 points in Western Michigan, there's something really, really wrong.
This is how crazy, we're consumed with the content and the numbers and this and that. I had a dream that the final score of this game was 34-3.
And that's what I agree with you. Yes, I think that's
They're
right.
only getting 3. I think 34 is the top for Iowa. That keeps the game under.
But it
And
covers.
it gives us a wiggle room if we get 34-6.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure Western Michigan, if they
But
get in the
34
end zone, 31-7 still keeps us under.
But 34-6 is a push. So
34-7 keeps us under 2.
Oh.
34-10 does not.
Does not.
That's the problem. Does Western Michigan get a touchdown and a field goal? Both? One or neither?
Neither. 2 field goals. But I think I'd rather lay the 28 points than worry about that. Game under might be the better play, though. I'm with you on that. Game under probably is the bet.
I feel I saw it on the rundown and I was like, yeah, I 34-3. I woke up with, full of energy and a final score for the Iowa Western Michigan game. What's wrong with us?
Right. Well, your team's on the road at Illinois, laying 15.
Oh man,
Penn State's going to kill them. They're going to kill them.
Well, listen, one of my early morning texts this morning was to check in with a friend of the show. He did the show when he wrote the book, The Game Within the Game. Sean Patrick Griffin. You remember Sean?
Yeah, of course.
He said, yo, things are great. Hope the same is true for you. Yes, Penn State looks solid so far. This week will be helpful regarding assessment because Illinois is a bad matchup despite having inferior talent. They can exploit PSU's weaknesses, so it will be interesting to see if PSU handles them. If not, it's a bad sign for the Ohio State and Michigan games.
Penn State is covered in each of the last 4 and 6 of the last 7 games in which they've been a road favorite, according to Chris Felica, including in all that are 4 games in which they've been double-digit favorites. Penn State by 21. Same margin as they did against.
Might take one of them late covers, though.
They might, but I think they win by 21. Illinois' defense is not good.
It's not good. No. Kansas made them look bad.
It is not good. Penn State's going to run the ball down their throat. Penn State's going to maul them. They're not going to throw the ball very much. This is not a Drew game. This is a Singletary game. This is a run over you game. Singleton game. This is a run you over game.
I hope you're right. We're just going to. I just want to get by and just keep it moving. We got Iowa next week. We got Whiteout next week. I told Taylor Mathis we're done talking after this week because she went to Iowa.
Oh,
I ain't talking to none of you Iowa people. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see about it.
Uh-oh.
What? What did I say?
Not to Iowa people. Bromlinkham's going to want to have you on his show during Iowa Penn State week.
I'll talk to Todd. I love Todd.
It's a big thing.
I was everywhere. So that's fine. We can talk to the people. That's fine. I take it back.
TCU is laying 7 at Houston.
What do you make of this game?
I have no idea. That's why
I don't either.
I put the rundown. It's confusing as hell because I don't think TCU is very good, but Houston's looked bad in the beginning. So it's a conference game. It's like you don't think of it as a conference game, but it's a conference game. So it's like Houston needs to start playing better in these Big 12 games. They have not looked good.
You put this on a rundown. I said, I can't wait to just throw it back. I mean, you hit it across the net. I'm hitting it right back at you. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Chat. We'll ask the chat.
Okay.
The boys in the chat, the girls in the chat. You laying or taking TCU -7 at Houston? Seriously, this line is just, why is it 7? That's my first thought. What am I missing? Is Houston really
not good? They have not been good. Houston's
I know,
been
but
bad.
I think they could win a game. No,
I think so too. Yes. I mean, TCU, their defense is horrible. We saw what Colorado did to their defense.
Yeah, this is, I don't like it. When I see this line, I immediately think, all right, what am I missing on the dog?
Right.
Okay. And then I'm going, okay, like when we be in a book and a 7 is a good high water mark. If they lay it, that's probably the side. If they take it, that's probably the side. If it don't move, or we got to play around with the number,
got a problem.
like, yeah, now we just got to sit and take the bets. Like Circus sitting at 7, DraftKings sitting at 7, Superbook, Chris at South Point 7.5. So we're trying to find which way we're gonna go because this is also it's a 5:00 game. This one won't do much handling.
Fox. It's Fox night game.
Oh, it is.
Big Fox. That's why I put it on there. It's a big Fox game. It's a national TV game.
64 is a total. This thing's going over. No, who the hell's playing defense in this game?
Well, it was a problem, right? Because Rice scored 43 last week on Houston, but UTSA held Houston to 17 points. TCU won 41-6 last week against Nicholls State, but lost 45-42 to Colorado. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think this game probably is going to go over. Probably the best play of the game probably is the total, 64.
Yeah. Well, the chat's split. We got a TCU and a Houston and over to H-Town, TCU, Houston 7, already played at Andy O.
Oh, wow.
Bonvi's on Houston. Akbar, my guys, on -7. Moneyline sprinkle, Houston 7. Houston's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I love when the guys use all the words that we talk about on the show.
It's great.
The show is definitely, Akbar said it to me this morning, it's audience driven. You guys
100%.
drive the show. We so appreciate the hell out of you. Right now, it's 3 minutes before Roll Call Friday. I need area codes, 3-digit area codes, not the 5-digit mail code, please. I need the 3-digit area code of where you're at right now watching the show or where you're from. You know, I would put 702 via the 412. I don't even, I forget what the country code was in Curacao. We used to have a country code.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why don't you give the doctors round robin why these guys are going to populate with their area codes?
All right. Yeah, we're going to have to do that right now.
This is good. We're going to write this down so you guys know. Go ahead. I'll put it on the screen once Dave gets to. I'll put it on the screen.
All right. So we're going to go.
We'll have a stinger for this at some point. This is the doctor's round robin. Every Friday during Roll Call Friday, you will get this play. This is a long-standing player that Dave respects a lot and that carries a lot of weight. Does a money line or spread round robin on college football every week.
Yes. All right. And they're dogs. He's a dog. These are dogs. You can put them together. He does them like round robin by threes and does the 4.
Nice.
So the goal is to get 3 or 4 right. You're
Or
going to
all
make
4.
money. If you get 4 right, you're going on vacation on the parlay. There's no all expenses paid.
Yeah.
It's usually, it ain't like, he ain't taking like plus 120s.
Right.
So understand there's risk involved, but here we go. Game number 124 for those of you that still use rotations. If you don't, that's Indiana against Louisville. Now Louisville's
this
minus
is money line.
9.5.
This is money
Yes.
line, right?
I recommend spread and money line both. Like you got to play it out. If you
What's
make
Indiana
the big
catching?
score, Indiana plus 9.5, but it's plus 10 in some places.
Right.
So that's number 1. Number 2, game number 141, which is Virginia Tech. They're at Rutgers, catching 7. The total in the game is crashed down to 36. So the dog is live, very live to win the game, according to the doctor. Game number 176, his chicken scratch doctor writing is, wow, he did it, Perrault. Florida. UF. That's an F. What the hell does that even say? The Dr. Ham wrote it, took a picture of it and sent it to me.
Did he play in 6.5 or 7?
He got money line. He said, take them on a money line. They're beating Tennessee.
Wow.
So
Billy
take the
Napier with a
points.
monster.
The line just moved to 5.5.
5.5 now.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. That's down to 5. And it's moving right now. Guys in the room are watching the show. They know the power of the doctor. Wow. It's literally moving. 5 books just moved the number from 6 to 5.5 right now. I don't think this is coincidental. Do you? I'm not sure.
Go.
196, game number 196, Purdue at home against Syracuse. Whew.
Yeah, fake.
This is a painful game. This
What's
is
number?
plus 2.5 or money line. Totals 56. Purdue's beating Syracuse. How in the hell is Syracuse favored on the road?
Let me give you if we do a money line parlay
Yep.
with this.
Yep. Just do a
let-
4-game parlay. What's that pay? That's the jackpot parlay.
Yeah, 4-game parlay. So we're going once again. It's going to go final these games. We're going Indiana.
Yep.
At home money line. We are going
Virginia Tech.
Vatek. Vatek is
Game number 141, which is
Yeah,
not in your
FanDuel
rotation.
doesn't do that. FanDuel doesn't do-
12:30 start. 12:30 Pacific.
Perfect. The time start works.
Right. 12:30 Pacific. Virginia Tech.
Oh, that's 12:30 Pacific. Where is that game? Why isn't that game? Who are they playing? It's Vox.
Rutgers.
That's why.
Rutgers.
That's why. Because it's New Jersey.
Oh, you have your log. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't do it
Yeah.
with that.
Right.
Hold on. Let me switch. I can do it on DraftKings.
Somebody put it in the chat what it pays.
A money line parlay has got to pay a significant. This is
it's going to pay a lot. Yeah, this is
just based upon.
Vacation.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Because
I told the kids for years, when we hit something like this, we're going swimming with the dolphins in Hawaii, and I'll bring a videographer because I'm definitely swimming with the dolphins. I never did that. You ever swim with the dolphins anywhere? No,
I don't think so.
No,
I think so. Wow, that Florida money line is only plus 170 now.
Somebody's playing it right now.
Wow, that is
the order went out. It went out.
Yeah,
Florida.
I mean, that's surprising to see that number is. I mean, I don't know. I think there might be some buyback coming late, Dave, on that game. I think.
By the way, the Indiana Louisville game. Thank you, Addison. Is in Lucas Oil Stadium.
It is
in
indoors,
Indianapolis.
Right?
That's right.
Fair.
That's right. Yes.
That makes it even a better play.
67-1 on DraftKings.
Thank
you, Rainmaker.
Appreciate that.
72-1 somewhere else. Ross Randall. Boiler up. 7,700 on Raider Nation's British book.
Oh, what's wrong with that? There you go. There's a 77-1.
What's wrong with that? Put the area codes in there. Did they do the area codes? I haven't seen them. I was busy coming up with that parlay. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch. All right. Here we go.
Oh, my. How about that? I just got a DM, the first one from Canada.
Really?
Emil. Area code 250. EMIL. Port Albertini, British Columbia, Canada. Canada. Well, he wrote BC, Canada.
BC. Okay. That's fine.
Appreciate that. Nice job there. Well, very cool.
All right. You ready?
Everyone's at Penn State. This is funny. People are now writing things on the Twitter because they know we don't see it. They're writing it on the post. They're writing answers underneath. And so we can read on Roll Call Friday because our friend, our Midwest sports gambler friend just said Penn State covers easily.
Thank you. I hope you're right. That would be fantastic. I will be watching. That is the plan anyway. All right, Roll Call Friday. For those of you not familiar, it's where we recognize our audience. We do it every day in the chat when we do it live, but Friday we get to read wherever you're watching this, or listening to the show from while you're in here. Start right here at the top with the area codes. Clown MB3's in the 231. Brandon G is at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington.
What?
That's what it says. I'm
That's a joke.
saying what it says.
He's kidding.
GC Sara.
By the way, guys, Dave really is like Anchorman, just FYI. He's going to read whatever you write.
Whatever's in there, I'm reading. That's it.
He really is Anchorman. So
yeah.
if you want to go ahead and say something like bleep you, San Diego,
it's there. We'll do it.
Dave's going to read it.
GC Sarah 480 Scottsdale. JPC the fourth is in 313 Detroit. #OnePride. Matthew Bonvy is 519 Amherstburg, Ontario. Nice. Thank you, Bonvy. J. Dow Betts 410, always representing St. Michael's, Maryland. D. Stout 19 507. Raider Nation is in London in the UK.
Unbelievable.
JC from KC checking in as always in the 216 Cleveland, Ohio. A perfect 72 degrees. Let's hope it stays that way for you right now because on Monday, it ain't going to be comfortable for Cleveland people. Sam Licata, 314 St. Louis. Kevin Whitrock, 319 Iowa City. Addison, 812 Indiana. Chris Otto, 412 Pittsburgh, PA. 71 and sunny there. I like that. Stevie Mack. Hello, sir. Capital M, capital K. 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma. Chef Benny, 401. Andy O, 864 South Carolina. Rainmaker, 512. Sweet Lou from the 412. That one's going to stick. I absolutely love that every single week now, putting in them plays on the BPS. Big Business, 830 Cotula, Texas. Enjoying the show from work, which again, thank you, boys and girls who are here watching the show while you're at work. We appreciate the hell out of you. Linus, Crimmage, 705, Aurelia, Ontario. Jim Montgomery. Monty, good to see you, sir. 215 via the 610. Matt Rafferty, holding it down right here with us in the 702. Matt Armbruster, 970 Northeast Colorado, with a bunch of corn behind it. Maybe working out the farm. I like that. CBW, 315 Oswego, New York, where it's a glorious 71 degrees. Listen, CBW has been here. CBW is big on the Twitter. He's been here all the time. It ain't ever been nice. I'm just glad it's nice on a Friday. It's been raining in Western New York every single Friday for like 3 months. So happy to see you, sir. RJ Mathis is in 630 Batavia. That's between Chicago and Iowa. Brandon G's 419 Toledo, Ohio. Pierre Chevalier, 613 Ottawa, right next to the poutine capital of the world. Sonic, 602 Phoenix. Thank you again, sir, for all of your work and all the videos and things you've created. Help on the Discord. Perrault, what's the Discord channel again?
BVBshow.com.
Thank you, sir. Bear Mauling, 702, fresh out of a job interview, rocking a 3-piece suit. You know we got to get a picture of the bear in a suit. You put it in the Discord, sir. I hope everything went well, swimmingly, in your interview. Aiden Thomas, 806, Lubbock, Texas. The scene of the crime last week was Lubbock, Texas, with Oregon. That took a lot of people down. Hopefully that bounces back. Ross Randall, 978. Akbar, my guy. You can't even believe. I knew Akbar was up early. Akbar knew I was up early. We traded a couple DMs this morning. This is a hardworking dad, husband who listens to the show. He's great. He got a hat. He keeps it in the car, and he wears it every time he goes out when he got to go represent. We appreciate you in the 703 Northern Virginia. Connor McLernan, 617. Is that Waltham or Waltham?
Waltham.
Waltham?
Waltham.
The second syllable?
Waltham. Yep.
All right. That's how you people say it. That's how Perrault says it. That's how it's said. Dave's Daily Picks, 317 Lebanon, Indiana. The boy's home. He's doing good. I'm very happy to see that, as are the boys in the Discord and in the chat. John's in the 724 Greensburg, PA. Deuce Daily, 978 Lowell, Massachusetts.
Hey.
Mr. Freeze, 32 574 Bristol, Indiana. We appreciate you, Mr. Freeze,
Yes,
and
sir.
getting picks in. Thank you again. Chris Covey, 843 Hollywood, South Carolina. He said it just like that in the chat. Michael Callow with a K, 319 Burlington, Iowa. TP, are you with me? ? 206, go Mariners and Seahawks. We'll talk about the Seahawks. That might be a live side to beat the Detroit Lions this week. Andy Caston used to be a cheese guy. He's in the 702 now. Vinny Konowinski, 260, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Watching with my best friend, Sean. Welcome, Sean, to the show from the 817 Fort Worth, Texas. Jimmy Jack with 4 Ks, 585 in the ROC, New York. Who else we got here? Alan Smentana, 507 Mankato, Minnesota. Is that the first one of those? We got Minnesota on the map. That's great.
Oh, yeah. That's new.
Underscore the Adam. He's in the 303 Castle Rock, Colorado. PB and Mrs. PB, 941 Venice, Florida. Hello, sir. That hair, he posted that picture. The man still has a mane of hair. Looks unbelievable. Sorry about the Brady game last week. I had to take an L.
It's all right.
Mikey Awesome, 757 ODU. Brandon Rusk, 316 Wichita, Kansas. Well,
they don't like me there.
They don't like you in Kansas?
No, Wichita.
Oh, specifically Wichita? So we can't go there?
No, I can't go there. No. Shocker fans are, their names are the Shockers. That's all you got to tell you about that whole time. The whole entire team.
Stop. Stop. Don't do it. I'm almost done with the names. Biggie J 27 740 via Buckeye Nation 614. Nikki the Blade from the parents' basement in Connecticut 860. Nikki, God, I love you, sir. I hope you're doing well. I will see you on your next trip to Vegas. That That's almost it. John Serrett, 304, Oak Hill, West Virginia. Beat the hell out of Pitt. That's probably a play. That's going to happen. Austin Nakbar, 785. The Dr. Power is real. Crunchy Beaver, 719 in Southernish, Colorado. That's pretty good. Ryan K, 660, Tipton, Missouri. Watching from the Lake of the Ozarks.
Whoa, Party Cove. Let's go.
You've been there?
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Title
Fun.
shots?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lots of, yeah. A lot of fun.
Boy.
A lot of fun.
Sup, John, 419. The Juice is in 480, Ahwatukee, Arizona. DGen 4TW is in a 972, Dallas. Another guy in Detroit, Rob L. Patrick M. Patrick M, 615. We know who that guy is. Good to see you, sir. DM is in 919, Bull City. You know where 919 is? I don't know where that's at. Kyle Meyer, 541, Eugene, Oregon. Joel Onler, 319, Iowa. Daniel G, 989, Saginaw, Michigan.
Nice.
Picking up some Michigan people. I like this.
The audio pod's really big in Michigan. It's a thing that never really translated over. We have so many people who listen in Michigan, just aren't on the live show all that much. But Michigan's a really big state for the podcast live, for
Thank
audio.
you for that. That's awesome. Sherry Chamberlain, in quotes, put, he's going to read whatever you write, unquote.
Yep. There you go.
I just did, Sherry. You're right. Rakesh P, 404. Big business. Wow, you did not get skipped. You didn't hear you. Stevie Wonder with a wonder. 415, Daly City in the Bay Area, up in Northern California. That's good to hear. DJ Hooks is back in town. DJ Hooks, welcome back, sir. 609, Atlantic City. Holy crap. This is great, boys and girls. Keep them coming. Thank you, Eron Sean, 703, Centerville, Virginia. That's it.
Appreciate you all with the Roll Call Friday. By the way, Tyler Buckner will start, according to multiple sources, for Alabama against South Florida. Where'd you hear that yesterday? We were a full 24 hours ahead of time telling you that he was taking first team reps yesterday at practice. So my little birdies were right. Milroe will not start.
Pays to listen.
Tyler
Have you ever
Buckner.
been to Michigan?
No. We were at the state?
The state. They said come to the Mitten State. That's Michigan, right?
Not University of. I've been to Michigan. I've been to Detroit. I've been to Michigan. I've never been to actual Ann Arbor.
I've only flown through. I've never stayed over in Michigan. Think people would come out if we went to Michigan? I don't know.
Yes.
All right.
It would matter where in Michigan, but yes.
Smalls is up by Michigan State, right?
Saginaw, right?
Grand Rapids.
Oh, Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids, right? That's where she's at.
How did she decide to go to Grand Rapids?
I don't know. She said she just liked the cost of living there, and it sounded like she had some other things that she had to go live in the Mitten State.
That sounds like a title shot reason why you're going to Grand Rapids.
I'm out of the game.
That's a title shot reason why.
I'm out of the game.
Why are you going to Grand Rapids? So am I. And right now, and technically, I'm back in the game, but I'm out of the game at the same time.
I'm out.
Like, I'm not going. I mean, that sounds like Grand Rapids, Michigan. She's from Connecticut. Like, she's trying to rack up the places where people don't want to live. Like 1, 2.
We got to get Smalls back on the show. We got to figure out a time.
She was in town all weekend. She was having a ball here.
She keeps coming back.
Don't blame her.
Can't get enough of the football in the book.
She loves Circa, so she's there all the time. So, okay, a couple things here we'll roll with before we get and let go of our friends at Sports Grid and Sirius XM. -3. Is it this easy? This is a trap here with Kelsey and Jones coming back in only a 3-point in the line for the Chiefs. Seems light, no?
It does, but everybody's coming back. Are we 100%? Is Kelsey 100%? Or is he just back?
He's back. We don't know how. I mean, he'll play, but how much is the question?
I don't know. This is one of those ones.
But Jones is not hurt. Jones is healthy.
He's going to be fine.
He held out.
Didn't Jacksonville give him fits in Kansas City?
They beat him in Jacksonville before, I think a couple of years ago.
The line's 3.5 everywhere now.
It's 3.5 now.
Yeah. 3.5 everywhere. Threes are gone. 51 is the total. Chiefs and overs the play. Man, oh man, I
like the over better than anything else in the game.
Well, again, we got a bunch of people in the chat from all over the place. You guys put it to the test. Kansas City minus, JAX for Jacksonville plus. Is this the game in the morning? This is a game in the morning,
100%.
no?
Yes, there's no debate. This is a monster game, huge game. Or this game. Cincy Baltimore's huge too.
This is a game. You like a side in this one?
I have no idea what to make of this game. This is such a no play for me. This game is tough. Bengals should win this game.
Yeah. Gonna have to talk about this with a couple people before we get together back, me and you, and do the grid later. Because I like Cincy. I don't know why.
No, could you expect the offense to not look like it did? I mean, it's hard to understand how the offense looked as bad as it did. Joe Burrow was horrible on third down. He had no time. And the Browns did whatever they wanted to do. I mean, their defense was not good. So the Ravens now come in here. They don't have J.K. Dobbins. I don't really care about that. Zay Flowers looked very good. Lamar had a relatively pedestrian type of game, divisional game, though. And if the Bengals lose, they go 0-2 to start, but not just 0-2 to start. They're 0-2 in the division.
Like over or under. How's this game play out?
Under, just because it's the division, but I wouldn't bet it.
I did the Bettis show. The challenge with doing the Bettis show is that they want the picks like yesterday. They actually wanted the picks on Wednesday.
Wow.
My opinion is not really formed on Wednesday.
Right.
But I looked at the numbers, and I gave them the under on this game.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I like the under. That's just typical. I mean, it's just, it's this conference, this division. This is unders.
It is. But if someone's going to win by double digits, I think it's Cincy. I don't think it's Baltimore. I think Baltimore wins a back and forther. I think Cincy can get a couple scores ahead and maybe not put it away, but win, but comfortably. So I still like the under. I don't know. I came up with the number like 24-21. I mean, it's right at the number. So I don't know. Field goal game. It's the last year. Wow, CBW just reminded me Bengals did start 0-2 last year. Division unders went 6-2 last week. Thank you, Lou.
Yeah. I mean, all unders went. I mean, unders went 10-4 last week. So yeah.
Yeah.
But divisional game, this division, the AFC North, this is an under. I mean, this is if you're gonna bet this game, you bet the under and just don't watch it if you don't want to watch it. But this is to me, this is an under. Niners opened at 4.5. They're 7.5 point favorites right now. Is this the survivor pick more than the Bills? Because it's getting to feel that way that everyone's going to take the Niners here.
I think the Bills are more.
Okay.
I like
the Bills more.
When we see the results of the picks, like Circuit does a great job with putting out who has what, Buffalo will be the most selected game.
Niners
I'll say
too?
that right now. Niners right behind.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, I think Dallas isn't in there because they have to save Dallas for the Thanksgiving. If you didn't have to save Dallas, if you're not in one of those pools, Dallas will be up there.
Do you think that people might be a little afraid because of what happened last week with the Rams? So many people faded the Rams and took Seattle and it knocked them out. There might be some gun shy actions here going, I want the Niners, but what the Rams did, I don't want to go against them again.
Well, I mean, the fun pick is the pick against Arizona. And Washington had a big sweat last week. I think the gun shy pick of the week is the Giants. I don't think it's that easy. So Dallas might be because they want to save them, or it's a letdown and it might be a sweat. The Jets may cover. Goodness gracious, I don't think the Jets are going to win.
No, I mean,
the teaser leg this is why the line is what it is.
To prevent under 3.
We used to call it in the room. We used to call it the teaser number. What do you make the Cowboys? Well, you got to make it 10 or 9.5 for the teaser. So we keep them off you're still laying with 6 points at 9.5. You're still laying 3.5. And if you use a 6.5 pointer, you only push with the 3.
Okay.
Which I don't know. I got asked this question yesterday in a DM. I forget who it was, but somebody obviously that I DM'd with because my DMs aren't always open. But a push and a loser and a push, or a push and a winner on a teaser, check your house rules. That's a push. One push, all push on a 2-team teaser. So if you win the other leg or lose the other leg,
Doesn't matter.
It can bail you out when you lose. You don't get paid when you win.
3 goes to a 2, though.
Correct.
If you do a 3, it goes to a 2.
Correct. Very important. Anything more than 2, it drops
Down.
So
it's
4
not a
goes
full
to a
push. You
3.
can still win and you can still lose.
Correct.
So
yes,
it's just FYI. But if you have that's why people do 3-leg teasers. People say I like a 3-legger more than a 4-legger or more than a 2-legger, because I know most likely if one of the sides push, I'm going to wind up be able to win the other 2 legs. And it turns into, instead of being, sometimes it's like plus 120 on a 3-leg teaser, it'll revert to a minus 120, minus 130 bet.
Right.
Whatever the odds would be for whatever
Right.
they charge you for teasers on a 2-legger.
Guys and girls in the chat, put your survivor pick. If you're in a survivor pool, an eliminator pool, whatever you call them, where you get to pick one team.
Bills.
Who's your pick this week? I think we see majority Bills.
Yeah,
I do.
The Bills are the right side on that. I mean, that's in my opinion, the Bills are the right side for survivor. Will the Patriots be the biggest need for the books come Sunday night?
We've talked about this. I was just talking about it with Tony D at IGT this morning. The Sunday night game still has everything rolled to it.
Mm.
The Patriots will be.
Public's be all over the Dolphins.
Well, it ain't going past 3.
Okay.
I don't know what the amount of money that would have to be to go to 3.5.
Okay.
So I think you're sitting right where it's going to be. And I think we'll talk about it on Monday when we do the show, but I think the game closes at 3.
Same game. Oh, it's down to 2 now. Oh, no, so let's look ahead. Sorry. 3 still. Sorry, it's still 3.
It's still 3. There's one book. Let me make sure. No, they're all gone. Everything's 3. So
yeah.
I'll play with the juice. How do you feel
Same.
about laying 3 lay 20?
Just same game, tease it.
Same game, tease it.
Mm-hmm.
What, Patriots up?
Yep.
With
Over.
what side on the total? Down and go over?
Correct.
Yeah.
Plus 9 over 41 or over 40.5. Dolphins are going to score. Patriots are going to have to score. The bet I'm going to make is the bet that Donnie Rightside gave us yesterday. I think that's the best play in the game. Patriots team total.
Over.
22.5. Yep.
I have to think if they get that, they're winning the game. No.
No. They score 24 points and lose 28-24.
Wow. Somebody said Broncos for the survivor.
I like the Broncos a lot too.
You do?
Yeah. It'll be a bet for me.
Minus 3.5?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Washington on the road in altitude. No.
Not good.
Not good. No, bad situation. I think this is where the Broncos get their first win of the year.
Okay.
They'll win and win that. How do you feel about 2 games on Monday night stacked up against each other?
I would love it if they were 2 hours apart.
Right? It's odd. One's on ABC, one's on ESPN, and they're separated by an hour.
So you're the media guy.
Yeah.
Explain to me the pitch here. Like what we're going to put it on both of our platforms. Okay. I'm assuming there's no Manning cast.
No, instead it's the NFL Live crew calling the game on ESPN. Laura Rutledge and all them.
Oh.
They're calling the game.
But not like a Manning cast. They're actually going to call the game.
No, they're calling the game. They're all in the booth calling the game. Yes.
Okay.
All of them together. Orlovsky, Laura. I'm not sure. I think she's doing play-by-play.
I'm all for Chris said it to me. I don't know if he said it on our show, but I'd rather have a doubleheader every Monday night and blow the Thursday game out of the water.
I love that idea. I love that idea. I do.
I think you can own with good games Sunday.
But
and
Amazon
Monday.
would never pay the price they paid for a double up game. They want the standalone where you only have one. There's no competition.
I understand, but the game.
So that's why.
I mean, it turned into a game last night, but for the first half, that was caca.
Awful football.
But
But people watched. People were all in and they're all watching.
That's fine.
The number will be huge.
as the season goes on with the injuries, the short week messes up the integrity of the game.
I would agree. The Machiavellian angle is that Nexstar is in negotiations to buy ABC. And I think putting the game on ABC, I think is a way of showcasing the affiliates and the power and the numbers you can pull and say, this is what we're capable of doing. When you have ABC, you can do things like this. So there's 260 affiliates. ABC owns 8 stations around the country as owned and operated. And so I look at like big picture, like why would you do this? Because you're competing against yourself. So
right.
you're hurting yourself versus counter programming. You're counter programming against yourself, which there has to be a reason for it. And I'm like, okay, well, the reason might be that ABC could get spun off by Disney. They've thought about getting out of the regional broadcast or out of the national broadcasting world.
What's too early to start a game back east?
Well, 7:30 is 4:30 our time, so they don't like that at all. So it is early. I mean, it's an early 7:15 start time, right, for the first game?
7:15.
Yeah,
that's too early to start Monday Night Football?
Not on the East Coast. On the West Coast, it's way too early.
What if you started the game at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific?
You lose.
You started the other one at
after the drive.
8
they
o'clock.
Did that. Remember, they did that before. They did the 7 and 10 before.
What's wrong with that?
Because
I don't want to start it later.
I would agree. Remember, they did. That was always the first Monday night game. Was like Mike and Mike would call the game.
Right.
So they would have a 7 o'clock and a 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like that fine. I think having 2 games is awesome on Monday night. I'd be all in on that. Give us 2 games, a West Coast game and East Coast game.
With a little bit of crossover. So if the game is bad, the early game, you go right to the late game. Yeah. If the game is good, you miss the beginning of the late game, but you catch both. You lock up the whole night. I ain't watching nothing else.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I like it. Before we let go of Sports Grid and our friends at Sirius XM, one more final topic. This is the karma of the world coming into play here.
Where's my glasses for this?
F1 in November. Yeah. They thought they were going to make all this money. Mm-hmm. They were charging $1,000 for the Flamingo. Well, hotel rooms for F1 have now absolutely plummeted.
Yes, they have.
They are down tremendously from what it once was. The link from November 2nd, 2022 to go ahead was $2,694.
For how many nights?
For a 4-night stay. It's now down to
say that number again.
It was $2,694.
Divided by 4. That's $700 a night.
It's now down to $1,395, a 48% decrease in price. If you were going to stay at Paris, which is right on the strip and right on the track of the race course, the racetrack, a 4-night stay was $3,497.
Okay.
It is now $1,837.
That's a nice little
47% drop.
Hello. Thanks for coming.
Caesar's Palace, which was $5,323 for a 4-night stay.
4 nights?
Now down to $3,383, which is a 36% drop. And guys, we are still away from the race.
2 months. 2 months from right now.
Races in November. The closer we get, the cheaper the price for the ticket, cheaper the price for the room will become. So you got to feel like you got had a little bit. If you booked a room at that rate, I would go ahead and cancel and rebook.
Man, oh man.
Because it has dropped a ton. Oh no, now people are mad at me. Don't rag on Grand Rapids. I'm just teasing you guys in Grand Rapids. Relax.
I love Grand Rapids.
They're getting all bent out of shape. I'm just
want us to come to the Mitten State.
Just teasing you guys. So if you guys are live on Sports Grid or you're watching or listening on Sirius XM, we are back on Monday. Thank you for being a part of this show. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. If you miss the extra time or want to see the extra time, you can go back to our YouTube channel at Boston versus the Book, where you guys will see bonus time each and every day. But on Friday, it's always a little bit special because people like to throw those super chats in there for questions about the weekend for Saturday and Sunday. If you're watching live on YouTube or Twitter, do not move. You guys can throw a super chat at us if you would like, and we'll get to it here in just one second. We start bonus time right now.
That one's not even loud. I don't mind that one.
It's not loud at all.
That one's good. I like that one.
That one's easy.
That one's perfect.
Easy peasy to do. Okay, so this is a little bit of a longer, better to book it. We got a bunch of things to give you.
Yeah, you got a whole gross. This looks like a damn Cheesecake Factory menu. I was
tonight,
like, wait a second.
Saturday and Sunday.
You got them all.
We got to do it all.
Jump scare.
Team total Virginia under 6.
Froze. You're frozen. Snap your fingers.
No, hold on.
You're frozen.
And
come back. Please.
Now I'm back.
You're pixelated. Now you're good.
Okay.
All right.
Team total under 16.5 Virginia minus
Why?
118. Because I don't think they're going to score tonight.
So this is the Friday night game.
Yep, tonight.
Scroll up to the top. I didn't even know there were Friday night games for Virginia, Maryland.
Yes.
15? Maryland's laying 15 to Virginia?
I think they cover it personally. I just don't want to. I'm gun shy because of what happened last night with Memphis, and I don't want to lay it. So if we get into a really tight, low scoring football game, I don't think Virginia can't score. Their offense just is not going to. Maryland's defense will take away the one thing that the Who's want to throw the football. So I don't think they're going to be able to throw the football on Maryland.
Makes
Turnovers
sense.
are coming. I think easy
What's the
scores
juice right now. What's the juice?
minus 118 on the team total, or was last night.
16, 17, 30, 17. Doesn't cover. All right. I say bet it.
Low scoring game, but I like the under in all three of the games tonight, by the way. Under 44.5 Army and UTSA. Both teams want
no damn idea.
Both teams want to run the football. Both teams haven't scored. Both teams' defenses are pretty good. This is a defensive battle between these two tonight.
What in the hell are you doing with this game? I'll book this one.
Just bet it in the under.
That's fine. I'll book it. I have no idea. Complete guess. No idea. Honestly, I didn't even know they were playing.
Yeah, it's ticked up. It opened up.
Army's going to run a ball.
Oh, wow.
Right?
It's down. No, it's ticked up. It was 46. Now it's 42.5 at Circa.
Yeah, that's
I got 2 points of value. I had 2 points of closing line value on this one.
Yes, you do.
Army.
You know where to put it later. We'll be actually on the air while this is going on.
Well, the reason why I had not included this, the game that you and I are going to watch together, I'm going to make you watch, is Air Force and Utah State.
Oh, why?
Because it kicks off at 5:00 our time, right when we go on the air. And this is going to be because I want to take the dog in the game. Okay, I want to take plus 9.5.
That's good. Okay,
I want to take
what you're doing.
I want to take Utah State on the road at plus 9.5. No, good. I want to wait. I want to wait and watch. We'll be on with you. We'll wait to see when we want to take a point. When do we want to jump in or jump out of the game?
Oh,
so I may take 9.5 first, but I want to live bet that game tonight. I'm not going to live bet Virginia, Maryland because it will all be going on. But that game at 5:00 kick, 8:00 Eastern, Air Force hosting Utah State is the college football game we're gonna talk about tonight.
All right, fair. We'll watch it together.
That's the game on Sports Grid that we're gonna watch. Over 7.5 Dodgers Mariners tonight. My only baseball play of the day and maybe for a while.
You like over?
Yep.
Just the Dodgers keep riding it or what?
I've hit 6 straight. It's just a blind bet now. I'm not even handicapping it. I'm not handicapping anymore. I'm just betting it over. Dodgers on the road over. Miller's not been good. Give it 5 earned in his last start. And Kirby's been up. Kirby's gone 3-4, 3-4. He's given up 3 or 4 runs in all 4 of his last 4 starts.
Oh, man. I'll book it. I mean, for your sake, I hope I'm wrong. But
who's not scoring tonight? Mariners might score 7 themselves.
They might not. That's the problem.
I don't know. Dodgers could score 10 as well by themselves.
I don't know. Maybe I saw Kirby pitch on a Friday night when we went up with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
The Pirates set a franchise record for home runs. They hit 7 in one game.
So there you go.
So
careful there. I like the over. Iowa laying 28 to Western Michigan.
Oh, you got to get us involved in this game. There's no way in hell I'm taking a dog here. Take
Not
a
gonna
team,
score.
hope they get shut out and cover.
No, I was just going to run the ball. This is just a run. This is 30-0.
If this finishes 24-3, I'm going to be.
It might, and that's why I might bet the under. I'm not
I
entirely.
like that much better.
I've not locked this in yet. This is one bet I've not made yet. I'll bet it tonight.
Yeah,
but I may just bet the under in the game. This is a bet I have made. Penn State laying 15 over Illinois.
I hate to say. I mean, I don't want Illinois. It's lay it or pass. There's no. So I say bet it again. I don't want Illinois.
Okay.
I need 17. I think if I'm interested in Illinois.
Okay.
I think you could lay 15 and bet that in game. That's going to jump with one touchdown. Penn State gets out to a lead 7-0. It's minus right to 21.5. So keep that in mind.
Falcons, Packers. I'm going with the home small favorite, minus 1.5. Atlanta.
Boy, a lot of people on this play. What are we seeing here? Why?
Desmond Ritter's never lost a home game.
Oh man, he played bad teams.
True, but the Packers, are they any good? Just like my thoughts on the Giants playing better in week 2, the Packers won really big over the Bears in week 1. They're high in their horse. They get brought down to earth on the road hard at the Falcons.
I have no idea what to make of this game. I really don't.
Falcons are going to run the ball like crazy. Bijan Robinson, anytime touchdown.
Yeah. I say book it only because I think the Packers could win a game, and the line tells me it's 1.5, so the odds makers are guessing too.
Flipped. It opened Packers. Packers were favored.
Yeah. I think I like Packers. I can't get it out of my head. I watched too much of that game against the Bears, and they looked great because they played against the Bears. So again, sometimes your eyes play tricks on you. I like Green Bay, so I'll say book it.
Broncos laying 3.5 against Washington.
This makes perfect sense. The play makes perfect sense. Bet it.
Teaser.
What? Here we go. First one of the year.
Nope. What about fourth? This is my 4th one of the year. What are you talking about? Hit the one last night?
Teasers last week? Oh,
yeah. Hit a teaser last night. Hit a teaser. NFL. I missed on what did I hit? I hit the Washington Ravens one. I missed the Wong teaser. But I hit the one I gave you on Better to Book It.
Oh, wait a second. We
on
do
this
the Wong teaser again?
No, I'm doing Wong teasers on Sunday morning. That's not for the show. It's Sunday morning. But for the one last Friday, Ravens Washington cashed. That hit. So I'm 1-0 giving you teasers. Niners Bills.
The people loved the Wong teaser explanation from Professor Perrault.
They did. I forgot to clip it. I got to go pull it and
you
put
have
it up. I know. I need to do that.
You have to get that to the people. Niners win, Bills win. Which one loses here?
Neither one loses. They're both winning.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then finally, Patriots team total over 22.5 against the Dolphins. Oh, wait, there's one more. Sorry, I forgot one more.
Turn back the menu. There's one more after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a UFC play.
Fair. Last Z for the UFC play. I don't know what the hell am I talking about. Patriots team total over. This only doesn't get there with an injury, right?
For who? Mac? Who's the injury to?
What's the weather going to be like? Have we seen it?
Fine. Yeah, fine.
It's not an issue?
No.
I got a funny feeling. I'm going to say book it. 21.
Sunday night is going to be warm, slight breeze, low of 63, high of 79.
Perfect weather.
Yeah. Bad for the Patriots defense.
Yeah.
but good for the Patriot offense.
They may get down in this game. I don't know how many points. 21's the top for me. So I'll say this stays under for the Patriots.
No, they're scoring more than 21 points on the Dolphins.
Okay.
Heck, the defense might score on the Dolphins.
Calling a special teams defensive touchdown
or pick 6 off Tua.
That's a big plus money.
It's possible. Finally, over Valentina and Grasso main event UFC Noche.
Gotta be
Saturday night.
You heard Z tell us. I mean, you heard you. That's I. A lot of times defer to you on a lot of these. This is a bet it.
Yeah, I like the over in the fight. Okay, time for super chat questions to be answered from you guys on the chat, giving us super chat. Oh my gosh, we just got a bunch of people came in and give us.
Hello.
D Stout 19. The Twins are plus 900 to win the American League. What are your thoughts on this future? Could the Twins make it past the first round of the playoffs since 2002? They're currently 0-8 since 2002.
They never make it past the first round of playoffs.
So the answer is no.
No, he wants to bet it to hedge against.
Correct. Right. So he says the answer is no. Not a good play.
Well, no, I said.
It's the same theory on my bet with the Niners. You got to win the division, win around, or the Ravens rather, make the playoffs, win one game, and then you bet against it.
So you bet the Twins to win.
Mm-hmm.
You wait, right, for them the first game because it's a 3-game series.
Mm-hmm.
So you wait. If they lose, obviously you bet it. If they win, your bet's still alive. You don't have to do nothing. Sit and wait in game 2. If they win or lose game 2 and it goes to a third game, then yes, obviously bet the head. Bet. I think you bet the money that you at least bet on the bet, cover it, because you're still getting, what did he say, 12-1, 14-1, something like that?
9-1.
The Twins are 9-1 to win the World Series or to win the American
League.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's a much better option. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Dave's Daily Picks had fired the YouTube. We did it. Mr. Freeze 32. I have bet Nebraska's team total under the last 2 games. Nebraska's team total this week is 26.5. What's our take?
They're playing a bad team, right?
Nebraska is playing Northern Illinois, right?
Or Southern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. Total is 42.5. Opened at 46, down to 42 at some books. Ooh, baby.
Oh. Did they get healthy? They have to get healthy in this game, right? Like we work some.
This is their home opener. I would not bet this. This is when Matt Rule gets to quiet down the blue hairs.
Oh, scores?
Yeah,
Lights them up.
I'd be careful. If he has a chance to score, they're going to score.
The game total is only 42.5.
Yeah.
Nebraska's what? 27?
26.5.
So you need 27 to beat you.
Mm.
First thought is lean under.
For the game or for Nebraska?
I know nothing about Northern Illinois. No, for Nebraska's team total.
Ooh, I don't know. I'd be scared. 4 touchdowns is very possible.
Okay.
Be very again. If Rule can win convincingly and run the score up, he will.
Gotcha.
Taking a lot of heat in the media, a lot of pressure from those first 2 games. Minnesota game went really poorly. The Colorado game went really bad. So got to come home and beat up on a MAC school and put some points up on the board. I'd be careful on that. Big business, -2.5 Tampa for the contest. What am I missing? Not seeing the what am I missing? Not saying they're world beaters, but the Bears stink. What are your thoughts?
I'm with them. I don't get it, but
I need the Bears to win this game because I have the under 6.5 bet on the Tampa Bay Bucks, so I'm cheering for the Bears. So I'm biased on this. Right. They already got a win. I thought they'd open up 0-1. Didn't see the win in week 1 coming. So now I need the loss in week 2.
I love taking the 2.5 in the non-divisional games.
Okay, fair.
In these situations, Tampa was the beneficiary of all those turnovers, and Baker avoided the rush. Can they do that again? Yes.
They could, but if they don't,
I wouldn't put this in the top 5.
Agreed.
Unless you really like it, scary game.
I would agree. Sonic, thanks for the graphic. I'll make a stinger if you like. Do it. For the doctor, 100% do it.
Oh, for sure.
Mr. Freeze, Steelers are going to stomp on the damn Elves. I can't say that's wrong. Do you like your Steelers on Monday night? We'll get to it on Monday, I guess. But Chris Covey, Buccos money line, Marlins money line, Red Sox money line, Nationals money line on a round robin.
Holy crap. Is that all 4 dogs?
Must be, right?
Well, Pirates are dogs against the Yankees today.
Red Sox are dogs.
Red Sox are dogs at Toronto. Which, I mean, Bello against Barrios, that's live. Go ahead. Right. What's the next one?
The
Washington
Nationals.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Nationals and the Pirates.
No, that's because Miley That's not out of the realm of possibility. And the last one is who?
It's Pirates, Marlins, Red Sox, Nationals.
Marlins are where's Miami?
Home dogs.
Against Atlanta.
Yep.
I'm worried about that one. That's not bad though. That's not bad. That pays.
And then
right?
Mets against the Reds. Mets are favored. Why are the Mets favored against the Reds?
Because they're at home.
Yeah.
That one may end up flipping.
Okay. So Reds are there.
Yeah.
Crunchy Beaver with a fitty spot. Quick.
Oh, hello. Thank
quick,
you, sir. Man,
quick.
Man, this guy's good to us. Thank you.
Better to book it for you, Dave. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Appalachian State -8.5.
Okay, I need a little more context because I didn't know that Appalachian State was even playing this week. App State
East Carolina.
is playing who? Carolina.
Home for East Carolina.
Big move on the dog. Wow. Don't know why. Cautious with that one, Crunchy.
Okay. Troy laying 2.5.
Troy laying 2.5. All right.
Troy is playing.
Where's Troy playing? Troy is laying 2.5.
It's in Alabama. I know where it is, but
I know that. Who are they playing?
Troy is James Madison. JMU at home.
Troy's at home?
Yep.
Boy, Crunchy, I feel like I'm letting you down here with actual knowledge. I'm literally flipping a coin. I'll defer to you, sir.
All right. Mississippi State +2.5. Yes, I'd lay it. Mississippi State +9.5.
Mississippi State plus.
This is a very interesting game because Alabama plays in Starkville next week.
Right.
Or at home. Sorry, they play at Alabama next week. Sorry.
No. Who's Mississippi State playing this week?
Mississippi State
is playing.
I knew this. I looked at the game already.
Michigan State, Mississippi State, Mississippi. Oh boy,
Right.
Sorry, Crunchy, I don't see it. Mississippi State is playing who, boys and girls? Put it in the chat, please.
LSU. That's right. I looked at this game. LSU at home. They're 9.5-point home dogs.
I like the dog. Someone reached out to me about that one. But that might be a fade LSU guy. I'm not sure.
But I don't hate it. I don't hate taking the points there.
Yeah.
LSU by 7. Don't hate it.
Right.
NFL plays. Seahawks +4.5.
A lot of guys I know are on that.
Okay.
A lot of guys I know respect are on that.
Green Bay, Atlanta over 40.
Why is it so low?
Running game for Atlanta. Possessions being limited.
And the limited taking shots and stuff downfield.
Yep.
Keep the turnovers down. Listen, I'm so bad with the totals.
Jeff Benny, Bears on my circa pick this week. Wow, Ben. Oof.
Really?
I hope you're right, man. I'm with you. I hope you're right. I hope they win outright.
Bears plus the points. I'm leading this game under, but I'm terrible with it. I default to under like 80% of the time.
Okay.
So be cautious.
I like Atlanta in that game. And then Baltimore +3.5 against Cincy. Tough game.
Listen, for those of you that are going to bet that, if you're betting at Crunchy, again, thank you for dropping these super chats. I mean, it's tremendous. We really, really appreciate it. I like Cincy. I got the Perrault glasses right here. I mean, I think this is the Cincy at home. They'll split the season series, these two. Cincy will go to Baltimore and lose. This is the game they win.
I usually do a parlay on Sunday afternoon. I'll post that in the Discord this weekend. I'm a true degenerate here. See you guys on Sports Grid tonight.
Excellent.
Good to look forward to see you too on Sports.
Who's that?
Crunchy. Yeah.
True.
We'll see you on that. Favorite thing about today is what?
So I sent you the picture yesterday. I had to go and, play makeup and everything else, whatever that was, because, we got terrorized a little bit in the chat, in our thread, actually, is what it was. And it was just one of those moments where it had to be said, but she's doing such a good job for us and with us and stuff with the proxy service. But you did it yesterday on the show, so I have it queued up.
Oh,
what's the rule? 15 seconds and keep
yes.
it so nobody gets mad.
Correct.
So
YouTube,
let me make sure.
so YouTube doesn't flag us.
Right. Okay. So.
Shut up and sing the song, pal.
She sent that to us.
SSOOLE. My wife, Mrs. Kinsig, who you're all a big fan of, who will be back on the show at some point, was so irate. She was so mad at me and you. She felt like we were ganging up.
I don't understand. I just don't get that at all. I couldn't figure out what was.
Listen, there's no explaining it.
All right.
You can't explain it. But the chat, the thread, the text, we finished the show. I went right to DeBella, the flower shop in Vegas, where if you're in town, they do great work. I was introduced to it 20 years ago when I moved here.
Wow, really?
I bought our first anniversary. We got married in 04, 05. I bought the flowers there. I love that place. I drove down there yesterday. You guys saw the picture on Sports BK Kinsig on the Twitter. Gave her flowers. She gave me the Dennis Leary song.
Literally.
Gave me the Dennis Leary song and said it applies to you too. So you got caught in the crossfire.
I did.
Everything is good today.
Well, I mean, you could say also that he's a Bostonian, so it's on brand.
It was perfect. But like I used to walk around and sing that song sometimes to her just to aggravate her a little bit sometimes when she would say it. So that was my favorite thing about today. Hopefully she goes and watches the show at some point over the weekend or listens to BVB bonus time, which, by the way, we have people in her office listening to the show.
Uh-oh. Got to be careful
I
what we
walked
say.
in with the flowers and she was like, you know that thing you guys do, that favorite thing about today?
Uh-huh.
She's like, we all watch it over here.
That's
So
phenomenal.
Girls in the office watch it because the wife doesn't watch it. She's busy working. That's what she tells everybody.
Yeah.
But when we have these nice things or we recognize people or things like that, they report back to her. So favorite thing about today, the Dennis Leary song. And yes, dear, I love you. Thank you.
To Ryan at Sports Grid, we're still on the show. I can't give you the code for the show because we're still on the show. My gosh. He's like,
Ryan's
I need the
doing a
code.
Good job. Thank you, Ryan.
He is, but like, look at the clock, my friend.
We started a little bit late. We're usually
not
done.
really. 11 o'clock is normal. Like it's normal. It's normal start time. It's not even. It's not even whatever. So, I'm very excited for the weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of really cool things happening here in town. I'm excited for tonight, the games tomorrow, the game Sunday. It really is football season, and I'm trying very hard to appreciate every weekend because we went through, it's 6 months. It goes really fast, and I don't feel like I really appreciate when we have this much sports on to watch because in the summer there's such not like this. So I want to appreciate the weekend and enjoy it and enjoy football and really take in every week. We're already into week 3 of college, so it's going fast. So I want to make sure that we take advantage of it and enjoy it and have fun. So favorite thing about today,
can I mention real quick too? That, Or are we going to save it for Monday when you showed a video of me calling in and talking to DJ Thump today?
I'll play it on Monday.
We'll save it for Monday.
Yeah, we'll save it for Monday. It's good stuff. We couldn't get it.
I might go see him tonight. Flow Rider at the pool at the M. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The
domino.
Whole club was looking at her.
You will be the white spot in the domino.
She hit the floor.
It's phenomenal. He is Dave. I'm Matt. We are back Monday or tonight on Sports Grid. If you want to watch us tonight at 8 p.m. In 4 hours. 8 p.m. Pacific time. You'll get us Eastern time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? Yeah, 5 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock in the Central. And
yes.
6 o'clock.
On Sports Grid TV, I think on radio too, on Sirius XM channel 159. Dave, Matt, Monday,